What is up, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're doing a video with the all new Ferrari Roma, of which you join me inside. So we're just gonna have a quick walk around the exterior, of course, interior, and just a bit of talk about what this car really is, what it represents, what it's meant to do within the market of Ferrari. So let's get into it. So guys, here's the all new Ferrari Roma. Now you're gonna have to excuse everyone is having a look around this car. Came with a bunch of friends and so on, and yeah, this car attracts a lot of people because why not? It's so beautiful. Oh, it just started. I guess you guys have a chance to listen to what the Roma sounds like. But yeah, first impressions, this thing is so beautiful. Now I'm gonna try and talk to you guys since it's so busy, so it'll be noisy, but I'll try my best to be audible and bring to you guys a good quality video. But yeah, you just got a chance to hear the new Roma. So let's just talk briefly about what this car really is, what it represents, and what it's meant to impact, like how it's meant to impact the Ferrari's market. So the all new Ferrari Roma sits next to the Portofino platform, but it's not just a Portofino coupe, it's much more than that. It's actually set up quite differently, given that both this and the Portofino share the same drivetrain, transmission, pretty much a lot of components, but it is the tuning that is different between the two cars. How the gearbox is set up, how the power delivery, the torque delivery, and so on is very different on this car. And also when it comes to dynamics, this car handles quite differently, and you could say handles much better than the Portofino. So it's meant to rival the likes of the Bentley Continental GT, Aston Martin DB11. You could say it's within the same price bracket as like the Mercedes S63 Coupe or S65 Coupe, which, yeah, the S65 is discontinued. But yeah, just to give you a perspective of like where this car sits in the market in terms of rivals and so on. But yeah, in terms of design, it's quite beautiful. That just goes without saying. It's a very beautiful car, and some of the design elements pay homage to classic Ferraris. Like, look at the way this nose just dips down. I see a bit of Ferrari Daytona from the 1970s, and in fact the whole silhouette, the whole shape of the car really takes inspiration from classic Ferraris, your 250 GTOs, basically that lineup of all classic. I've already mentioned the Daytona, so that's what I see in my opinion. And yeah, the front, you have LEDs, of course, pretty much standard. I mean, this is Yeah, so the Ferrari badge right there, and look at how low the Cavallino sits and the entire grille sits. Like the entire nose is almost like touching, well, not really touching the ground, but it's just pointing to the ground, which has this beautiful effect on it. I really, really love it. So if we come to the side, you have these two-tone wheels, which you have the silver on front, which is sort of satin, which has a sort of satin finish, and the gloss gray on the side, and that contrast is quite beautiful. So carbon ceramic brakes are standard. This being a Ferrari, that's pretty much standard across the entire Ferrari range or the entire fleet of models. So the Scuderia shield on the side, I don't think this comes as standard. I don't think it comes as standard on any Ferrari model, but when the Roma was presented, it was presented without the shield, if I'm remembering correctly, because it's meant to be a more dialed down Ferrari, something that's not too shouty, something that's very easy to live with, you know, those kind of vibes. I love the look of these door handles. So you just push your hand in and the door will just simply release. So I think the door is electronically operated. So when you push on the lever, the button or whatever it is, it just releases electronically, which I believe, if that's the case, it must have a manual release, which you would find somewhere here, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's not, I'm not sure. Because yeah, on the inside the release is actually electronic. It's just a button, as you can see right there. So before we get into the interior, let's come around to the back. So check out the tail lights. I love how they look very flat. They're more of lines. They're just sitting flat within the bodywork, and classic Ferrari quad tailpipes with all this interesting, what can I call it? Yeah, like this interesting surround bit around here. You find this a lot on a lot of the models and so on. But yeah, this teardrop shape on the rear, it's a coupe, you know, the rear comes down. A very nice rear diffuser back here. You can spec the exterior with carbon, so you can get the rear diffuser in carbon, the front splitter in carbon. I think also the side skirts in carbon as well. So another feature that's new on this car, which you don't really find on other models, is the active wing. So this car actually has an active wing, and it's housed right here. So this is the active wing, and you can't control it in the interior. So there is no button to raise it or lower it. It's simply controlled automatically by the car. When you reach a certain speed, I think it's about 70 miles an hour. 70 miles an hour would be around close to 120 kilometers per hour. It automatically raises, and I think it has two different steps. So there is a first step raise, and there's a higher downforce raise level, which I think it's a 2-step, not 3-step. I could be wrong, but yeah, this surround right here is the active wing. So overall, the exterior is very, very lovely. I think you guys can also attest to that this car is very, very beautiful. So let's jump into the interior. So excuse the noise of the F8. They just started the F8 over there. So let's jump into the interior of the All New Ferrari Roma. And my word, I have to say the interior is my favorite part about this car, because that's just so revolutionary, so different to what we're used to with Ferrari. To begin with, you have a digital display for the driver and this huge digital screen. Normally you never had this in Ferraris. Okay, you found it in the likes of the California FF and so on, but this is all different. And of course the classic passenger display, which looks amazing in this Roma. But my word, this display right here, and it's so huge. I mean, I just close the door now. Wow, and all the controls around are actually touch. So what you see around here to control this is actually touch. Even the start button, which is here, the start button is actually here. So everything is touch here, except of course the Manatino, the indicators, wiper control, no, lights control and then wiper control on the side. Those are the only things which are physical buttons or knobs or whatever. The rest is just touch. So let's try and go through the screen. I don't know if I'll be able to. Okay, it's doing something. Okay, just opened the map. Okay, click on view. Oh, go back to the map. I don't know, I'm just learning this right now, so I'm trying to go to home, see what we can. Oh, you actually have to touch it hard. I wanted to show you guys something with this ref counter. So previously with Ferraris, you'd spec the color of this ref counter. As you can see, it's yellow right now, so you can spec to have it yellow, red, silver, black. But in the Roma, because it's digital, you can actually change the color from here. I'm just gonna try to do that and see if I can succeed. But so far, I'm not getting anywhere. Let me go back to menu. Oh, vehicle, audio, navigation, phone. Okay, let's try settings, infotainment, display settings. Okay. Theme. There we go. So I succeeded. So Russell, that must be red. Okay, as you can see, now it's red. I mean, that's so cool. Nero, I believe Nero, what color is Nero? I forgot, but Bianco is white. I know Bianco is white. As you can see, now it's white. What's Nero again? Let's see. Select OK. Oh, Nero is black. Oh, Nero is black. But how cool is this? Now you can just change it from your wish. As you wish, you can just change it. So you have the carbon fiber steering wheel, carbon fiber paddle shifts as well. Just gonna take this to, I think I prefer Bianco. I prefer white. Okay, select OK. This is so cool. It's a bit laggy, but it's not bad. It's actually quite cool. So your gear selector, as you can see, the shape or how it looks pays homage, or it mimics the gated manuals from Ferrari classics. So the gated manual would actually look somewhat like this. You have your window control, and then of course your command system for your media, your navigation you can have on the driver display, but yeah, I think you can also have it right here. So yeah, I'll just put it on silent. Where's the menu button? I can't seem to find the menu button to check out just a few features. But yeah, you know, your Bluetooth control, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto would be displayed right there. So the passenger display, so as to say, so this is for the passenger to see what speed you're doing, what mode you're in. They can control the seats, they can control the media, the music, you know, just for the passenger to have some sort of control. So another favorite thing is this, how the surround structure of the interior makes it feel like a cocoon, and how it separates the driver from the passenger. Even like the red piping actually highlights it so well. I believe you can spec these colors around here in different colors, whatever you prefer. But yeah, it makes it so cool. You feel like you're in your own space, your cocoon separated from the passenger. And again, I'm surprised to say this thing actually has rear seats. Now obviously there isn't much room back there, but for an occasional, you know, situations happen where you have to carry an extra person or extra people, they can jump in there for a short distance, but I can imagine it would be uncomfortable on long distances. So carbon fiber extends right here. The rest is actually Alcantara. So you have Alcantara right here, Alcantara on the doors, matched with leather on the top, leather on the top of the dashboard, Alcantara below, and yeah, the headliner is, I don't know what this material is, but yeah, I'm really in love with this car. Aluminium pedals down there, and yeah, the door release on the inside is actually electronic. This one I'm sure, because it's just the button that you push right there. But man, oh man, the Roma is such a beautiful thing. Oh guys, we spoke about everything, but we forgot to speak about one of the most important things in my opinion, which is the engine. So underneath the bonnet or the hood, we have a 3.9 liter twin turbo V8 pushing out 620 horsepower and about 760 or 770 newton meters of torque, somewhere there. So new with the transmission compared to what we're used to with the other models is that this car has 8 speeds. So it's an 8-speed dual clutch transmission, which I've seen a lot of reviews. There's good reviews about it, or reviewers talk well about the transmission. Doesn't disappoint, as Ferrari has never disappointed when it comes to transmissions. It's actually quite brilliant, shifts seamlessly and so on. So rear wheel drive, of course, and the powertrain is shared with the Portofino, since these two are basically based on the same platform. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the Roma. So guys, that is pretty much it with the Ferrari Roma video. Now tell me guys, what do you think about this car? Because I actually love it. I think if I had the money, I would actually buy this thing because it's so cool. It would be a very nice car to live with every day. You can use it as a daily if you please. Yeah, you can also use it as your weekend car if you wanted, whatever you want, but it's capable of like being a daily driver. I can imagine it's very comfortable because, you know, the market that it's in, the niche that it's in, you know, the likes of the Bentley Continental, Aston Martin DB11, those are very luxurious and comfortable cars. So I believe this car should be up there as well. But where I believe this car actually beats those is when it comes to driving dynamics. This being a Ferrari, I believe it's actually quite nice to drive. It handles much better than its competitors. But yeah, that's it with the Roma, guys. I hope you really did enjoy this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoyed it, and until next time, cheers.